So, on P1 is Oscar Tomala. Frieza basically saying he's not racing. Alright. Alright. One time he's not in the top 10 in the qualifying, and he immediately says, I'm not racing. Fuck that. Alright. Here we are. Are we ready? Are we ready? For the Tatuus World Series at Red Bull Ring, race 9 out of 15. We have a good camera shot at T1, and I'm curious as to how crazy it will actually be. Look at that grid. Look at almost everyone having a beautiful team livery. 20 seconds until green. And there we go. Guys, everybody that is racing, good luck. Have fun. No big crashes. And here we go. There we go. There is the start. Everything is pinched already a bit. And we are approaching T1. Crash, crash. No, looking good, looking good. And there is a crash. There is a crash, a bit of a bump. But nothing serious, to be honest. Nothing too serious. Let's go over to T3. Right around here. And let's see. Because that thing is even more pinching. But also here. Nothing. Nothing. Gruber. Gruber throws it in. And that was a boots. A quite the boots. Contreras, let's go with him for now. Fighting for Tomala in P1. Close, close. We can now change to intervals. And there it is. Jealous was off track there for a moment. It still is. Contreras pinching. Pinching Gavaz, and Gavaz almost losing it. Philippe going off. No, that was Statine. Statine. Slightly losing it. Gruber off. Gruber completely off. Missed that turn. Unfortunately. Claudio Diana, P18. And big pile up. Big crash. Frieza rejoining? Weird. Weird. But Mike, unfortunately, was part of that. Extremely bad crash. Flanagan started way too late. Is basically at T1 right now. Was at T1. Statine versus Dorkage. Side by side. T2. Going up the hill. Poor Mike. I wonder what happened. Wesley is also at P14. What happened? What happened? Battle for the lead is still not done. Statine throws it in the outside, and Dorkage takes a bit too much curb, and the overtake is there. P7 for Simon. Statine. Beautifully done. Contreras still getting close. Philippe Gavaz also side by side. We are seeing some battling around here. Philippe. Hooey! Adstinch P6. That is almost Sparkplug Adstinch. From back in the day, you remember? When Adstinch was very quick, especially in the Sparkplug. He seems to be back at P6 now. Fighting almost in a few minutes, or a few seconds, we see him fighting for Mativeri for sure. At the moment, it is Latvian Lightning Locomotives, Noorderwijker X CUMK, Latvian Lightning Locomotives again. Tomala overshooting. Contreras going through. Gavaz in P3. Latvians. Philippe. Oh, and there is it. There it was. The overtake. Adstin closes the door. Statine there as well. Mativeri is in a sandwich here. Has to see how that can be resolved. In terms of lap times, we're doing like 34s in the back right now. In the front, I'm not that sure, to be honest. But let me get the CMRT leaderboard. Where is it? Where is it? It's gone. Did somebody say something? I don't think so. Good luck, have fun. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Durkaj, Mativeri. Switch as well. I'm not sure if Mativeri has damage or not. But he's not pushing against Durkaj at the moment. And Statin also. But Statin is mind-blowing pace. Not sure what happened to the mic. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened there. If there were part of the starting crash in the beginning, maybe. And that's why they left behind. And maybe something here in T4. Something maybe happened there. And Philippe gets pinched. Gavas has the inside. And he takes it. I don't think he can run free from that. Philippe is still locking in. And we'll probably see an overtake very, very soon. Also, quite close battles at the moment on the grid is Atstige Statin for P5. We have Lobkov Fusco for P10. Schlebusch quite close behind that. Claudio Diana versus Oltiano in fight for P15. That's basically it. Philippe trying for the outside, just pinching Gavas a bit. Trying it with the switchback maybe. And that looked close. That looked close. Statin goes in for Durkaj, but Durkaj has it from the outside. He planned that shit all along. And Statin has to get every position with the maximum effort here. It's not getting anywhere with this. Still side by side, Gavas, Philippe, and yoy, getting pinched. Whoo! Throwing it in here at Pirelli. Oh! Philippe almost losing it and sending Gavas out. A bit of a scary thing there, Gavas. Tried to correct and went off. Contreras still in P1, doing very well. Tomala, Gavas. What are their strategies at this point? I might know something about their strategy, but I'm not telling yet. Someone is going to lose the car in that turn. Gavas track limits? I'm not sure. We will see that later, I think. Atstige versus Durkaj versus Statin versus Mativeri. All close to 1 second with each other. The battle for, I would say, P5 at the moment is brewing. This was end of 4th lap. End of his 4th lap. See, it says, well, yeah, it said Contreras is 4 laps in. So this was Contreras' 4th lap. We are in lap 5 right now. Atstige. Atstige. The battle Statin Atstige is brewing. And to be honest, I couldn't be happier about it. Seeing Atstige back on the grid. I hope I see him more often in not only TWS, but also the Spark Plug next round in Grobnik. That will be an absolute treat to watch. I can already tell you. Tune in. Tune in. Okay? Guys, Mativeri off. Mativeri off. I'm not sure what happened there. Lost it. Lobkov going through the other lame car. The other lame motorsport car. Let's say it like that. So it doesn't sound like an insult. Lobkov going in for... That is Wesley Vanderburgt. Vanderburgts do not have luck today, but maybe they can still salvage something. Points are very, very important for every team. Every little point that you get here is going to be important in the end. And especially if we at some point start to give out more trophies for the teams, then really every point will be important. That could make the difference between P3 and P4, and that could also already be a trophy next season. We're only doing the winning team and top 3 will get a trophy. But here it is. Also, close battle. Mattiveri Broschino. And Broschino loses it. Oi, 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 oi. Loses it slightly. Frieza goes through into P14. At the moment, not in the points here, but everything can still happen. And Gavaz is pushing. Is pushing Philippe. And Gruber off, unfortunately. Also, bet it all in that he gets points. That does not look good yet. Jelos is in the points. In 8th place right now for Italcek. TV2 camera says Gavaz is absolutely flying, but all the cameras are saying that basically. And there he goes. Attack mode. Attack mode against Philippe. Has the inside. Durkaj fastest. At Castrol. P1. We are throwing it in. Philippe going for the move, but Gavaz stays on the inside. 7 laps done. Oh, well, we are in the 7th lap. 6 laps done, technically. Oh, and there is a boots. Philippe bootsing into Gavaz. I'm not sure if he has damage or not. I'm not sure if you can see that very well in on the markings on the car. He might have a yellow. Might. I'm not sure. Both of the lame cars switching. Mattiveri Lobkov here in the back. Mike Vanderburg fighting with Broschino. But it is green. Both are green. With the Vanderburg cars, the Berg Racing cars being slightly darker. But to be honest, not that much. Not that much. In the shadow, it almost looks like the same green. It is a darker, though. So throwing it in. Contreras lost P1. Tomala at the moment is closer there. And now he has to see that he doesn't run away with it. Flanagan, almost 1 lap down, is going to get lapped. Bit sad that he started that late. I'm not sure what happened there. Did he have to teleport to pits? Was there a hardware issue? Durkaj makes the lap, the pit stop. There we go. First pit stop for LGR Racing. Gruber off at T3. I know that feeling. I had that myself. Philippe still quite close to Gavaz, but Gavaz now is starting to get warm with it. And also maybe Philippe has the tires start to degrade. Maybe now he is way more aggressive, and Gavaz is more conserving the tires. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. And strategy will play out in some form. We are closing in at this point. 7 laps done. The grid stretches, but kind of not stretches. Besides Schlebusch being 9 seconds behind Jelos in P7, everything is still quite close to each other. Because Tomala, Contreras, Gavaz, Philippe, like, first is Statin with 2.5 seconds. All the others are basically close to 1 second each being behind. I have seen that. There was a bit of gravel action here. Bit of playground with the sands. Not sure. With the Kercher building sand castles here. It's quite school-like. Casio doing calculators. Mattiveri going into the sand. Gavaz closing in on Contreras now. And that is basically the Contreras sandwich here. Tomala from the Latvian Lightning Locomotives versus Gavaz from the Latvian Lightning Locomotives. And we are throwing it into third tight turn. But technically T4. Rauch it is called also. Throwing it into Pirelli. And I think we can disable the virtual mirror. At least we don't need it at this point. Gavars at Wirth. The company that makes screws, I believe. Much of what they do is screws. If that is actually from that. Rind. From Jochen Rind, as we said earlier. And Red Bull Mobile here. All quite close. And now at Stinch, the junior locomotive is running close to Evan Gelos in P6. And we will see a fight for it. Tomala fastest lap, by the way. Crazy quick, this guy. Crazy quick. Where did we have that? Real time we need, right? No. Where is it? It's not gearbox, it's delta bar, it's also not... MFD? No, it's not MFD. Pedals? Also not. Sectors it was. Sorry, sectors. Tomala fastest lap with a 30.9. And we're going into the braking zone at Stinch. Locks up a bit, and oh, we have someone off. That was Gruber. Off the track. Everybody basically said those could be points today. But we also know that not everybody can have points, right? Everybody below P10 will not get points, with P10 getting 1. And P1 getting 25. Fastest lap is awarded by 1 point. But that's about it. Everybody said, well, almost everybody, a lot of people said, today we could have points. We could do points. Philippe, fastest lap, going into Castrol Edge. And there is a side-by-side. Contreras Gavars fighting for P2. We have the fight for the podium, and that gives Philippe, of course, a bit of time. Contreras even going for the inside there. Crazy, crazy. And now we have it. We have it, guys. I hope you are ready. I hope you are ready for what is to come. Gavars versus Contreras versus Philippe. And all are fast. All want the podium. Everybody wants to have the points. If they fight, Tomala is going to run. That's true. That's true. This gives Tomala all the time in the world to run away. Nick sucks. Well, he's not driving today. And I'm not sure if he really sucks. And thanks for the name drop, Nick. Hello, Luke. Nick's not driving today. He might drive at some point. Welcome, welcome to the stream. And there, Contreras almost touching Gavars. And Gavars going off. What's happening here? Oh, yo, 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 yo. For me, it's gonna end in a bad way. Well, we'll see how it's going to end. Statin, fastest lap. He's getting close now as well. So this is a regular fight. P2 to P5 is basically in the run for some good points here. And we'll have to see how it ends. He's my cousin, aka the owner of the great LGI industrial empire. Okay. Welcome, welcome, Luke. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. The stream avatars are not on right now. Otherwise, you would have a car on screen if you follow. But, yeah. Hello, hello. Yes. And, does someone remember? We did have a battle with 4 cars for a quite high up position on another track. Whoever... Well, no. I'm not doing laps. But does anybody remember where we had that similar situation? Where we had a fight for a quite high position, podium for sure, with 4 drivers. Statin was one of them in that fight as well. Actually, not Baku. Actually, earlier. It was Miami Bayside, where we had a fight for 4 drivers fighting for P2. And that was closed off. Thank you for following, by the way. I was one of the 4. Yes, Statine also was one of the 4 until he wasn't anymore. And that was a battle that you couldn't believe. That was crazy. But going off for that fight right now, let's go for P8 at the moment. Before we go back to that fight, Frieza versus Schlebusch. Not that much happening here anyway. Let's go back. Contreras Gavas. Mind-blowing how those keep it together. And oh, there's a little bit of a boops against Statine, and Contreras almost pushing Statine off there. And Philippe is watching that basically on his beach chair in the background saying, you guys, do it. I'll just watch from here. I'm not sure if it was Aufschneider, but because it might have been Aditya. But because Aufschneider in Miami Bayside was quite in the back. He had his reveal with really good points in Bathurst. And yeah, I think it was Aditya, Potenza, Gavas, and Statine. I believe so. So, Philippe, he's seeing it. He's watching it. Let me just put chat here. Now, it is confusing all the time it's opening. Good times, I agree. Miami Bayside was such an enjoyable race to watch, I have to say. Frieza Schlepp. Is Schlepp still there? Schlepp is still there. I only saw Mike. And oh, Schlepp has damage. Schlepp has front wing damage for sure. Did you see that? That is not good. That is at least yellow, if not orange or red. That is damage. Didn't you win one, Potenza? Didn't you win Magione? Or no, Magione was won by... Didn't you? There was another race you were quite high up, I think. Oh, but okay, but that was the best. It's interesting. Miami Bayside had so much to offer, to be honest. Gavas versus Matt Contreras, still side by side. It is crazy what we are seeing. I don't know where to actually go for, because we have Wesley fighting with Mativeri. We have Mike Vanderburg fighting with Frieza, fighting with Schlebusch. We have in the front still the absolute treat of a battle. I won Magione, but yeah. Statine and Gavas. Yes. Gavas and Statine. Right after first turn, hit each other. That was quite the topic. That was quite the topic. Statine just waiting for something to happen, and maybe something does happen. I'm not sure. Close racing here at Austria Red Bull Ring. I have to say, this is an absolute treat to watch, and I hope you at home are watching and enjoying this so far. There has been something. Mike and Wesley go into the pits. 15. Oh, no! And Matt loses it. And Statine cannot go away from that, and they collide. Statine, that is for sure. Yeah. Yep, that is orange or yellow. Doesn't look as bad as Schlebusch's, but I think that battle is at least over for now. Tomala is absolutely flying with 6 seconds to spare. Also, everybody still fight. The fight for P2 to P5 is over now, at least. Statine might come back from this, but Matt spinning, that broke off the fight for sure. Frieza Schlebusch. I thought that battle was over. Apparently it is not. Schlebusch gunning for Mativeri. That can only mean war. Durkash goes for the Italians. Basically both Italians in the front. Durkash has Bruschino from Aeronet SSI Esports. And right in front of that, not the car immediately in front, that is Gruber being lapped. But the car in front in P10 is Frieza, also an Italian. We have a lot of Italians here. We have a lot of Italians. I would argue most of the people are Italian. Like, we have 5 or 6 Italians. Well, with Potenza not here anymore, I think it's still 5. I think it's still 5 people. On the grid. Not on the grid today. There's one missing. Monteano. But Claudio Diana. Ciro Broschino. Frieza. Oh, and Gruber loses it again. Frieza and Talarino. Monteano is Italian, yes. Silvio Monteano. Well, technically he's Romanian, I think, but he lives in Italy. If I remember correctly. So he is with the SSI guys, and they are definitely Italian. So, and he is driving under Italian flags. Mativeri Schlebusch. Oh yes, we do have Romanians. We have, yes, Philippe and Olteanu. And Yodake. Exactly. And yeah. I hope it is Philippe. I'm not sure how the rules of Romanian is actually how the name is made. But I'm not sure if it's Philip or if it's Philippe. I gathered that the second I is the accent, but I'm not sure. Philippe is just Verstappen undercover. Yeah. Yep. He is flying at the moment. And something happened to Gavars. We completely missed that. See you all in a bit. Nick, have fun with your grandparents. Maybe pit? That's interesting. That is interesting. Broschino also in pit? I haven't seen Gavas. I haven't seen that in the pit. Because I also know a bit about Gavas' strategy. I am able to look into the cup talks. And, well. Contreras at the moment, the closest battle on the road. 17 laps done. 18th lap you are seeing right now. Contreras doesn't look like damage to me. Still looks like a pristine car. 0.8 to Statin. Frieza quite close to Schlebusch. And depending on the tires, once they go, they go. We tested that since at the moment the spark plug that is running right before TWS and on a daily basis. The spark plug was basically a test ground for it. And when we ran the mediums for like 15 minutes, they're done at the end there. You have to be very, very careful in this particular one. You have to be extremely careful at the last turn. Oh, Philippe is off. Philippe is off. He hits the wall. He hits the wall. He rejoins. Is in P5 now. Jelos goes through into P4. What happened there? Side by side, Schlebusch, Frieza. Frieza's trying to pinch. And is very much endangering it, in my opinion. That was quite close. That could have ended very, very badly. If not managed with absolute precision. Schlebusch P10, Frieza P9. Closest battle on the grid right now. Flanagan goes to pit. And for someone that started the race half a lap down, he is in P18 at the moment. We'll see where he is after that. Claudio Diana, not his day, it seems. Broschino, 14 seconds off. That may have been something that was part of the lap 1 crash. It wasn't a huge pileup, to be honest. But there was crashes afterwards, and T3 something happened. T4 something happened. We saw definitely some people losing it there, here and there. But Statin, the absolute mad lad. On P2 at the moment, Tomala. On P1, 8 seconds. That is, if everything goes wrong, that is nothing you can just easily get back. And Schlebusch, Frieza in the same situation he was before, having the inside of the curb and being under attack. He was under attack by Gavas earlier, and we know how that ended. Lobkov off, unfortunately. Going back to P13. And Gruber is leaving the game. He is retiring the car. Not sure what happened there, but that must not have been his day. Quite something. Olteanu off as well. I know exactly what happened. I don't have to... I don't even have to speculate. I know what happened. The tires are done. He threw it too much into that turn. And it's off. Lucas, if you want, you can tell me a bit about what happened. Doing like a bit of an interview here if you have time, if you want. What was your mindset? What happened there in the at the beginning? I think there was a bit of a problem there right at T1. I believe I saw you there. Mangled up. But you can tell me. You can tell me while the race is still going on. I'll try to unpack it as you tell me how your race has been done so far. Jelos is attacking Contreras here. And Jelos goes into the pit. Ui, 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 ui. And Statin also in pit. Everybody pits here. Gavas still running. 13.5 seconds. Adstinch closely. Very, very close behind. In P7 is one of the closest battles on the grid right now. We have also the battle for P8. And Mativeri is going into the pits. And Frieza. Oh, Frieza. Yeah. Oh, and we touch. We touch. Frieza not losing it. And Gavas. P3 for now. Has not pitted yet. Gavas had a bit of a problem, I think. I think he went into P7 earlier. So, that ended in something. I'm still not sure if I read your strategy in the LLL Cup Talk. LJL Cup Talk, alright. And if he's really on that strategy. If he is, that would be crazy. But maybe that works out. He is 100%. May I tell then? Because now I can tell the strategy, right? Basically in the race. I'll ask later, then. Contreras in pit. And that gives Gavas... Oh my god, Statin? Statin going on the break. Schlebusch still hunting for it. Was he in pit, though? Was he in pit? Ui, 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 ui. Oh, okay, interesting. P1 hasn't pitted. That is also like Latvian Lightning Locomotives. I'm not sure if he's also on the same strategy. Can I reveal the strategy to the others? Or is that like a secret? Jelos P3 right now? What, it's not a secret or I can't reveal it? Because who cares now? Okay. It's not, though. Tomala is with Gavars, yes. Actually, yes. Jealous P3. Getting closer to Gavars. So on a lap per lap basis, he is faster than Gavars. But that is strategy. Oh no! Wesley losing it. Lobkov losing it. Mativeri going through. Frieza in P10. Again, Schlebusch in P14. Closing in. Oh yeah. Now that you mention it. Now that you mention it. Thank you so much. So, Adstinj. Zena Prost Racing for Latvian. I don't know. I don't know what will happen here in the last 5 laps. Philippe P6, Statin P4. In any way, shape, or form, every point is important here. Turkash P6 against Philippe. Side by side. And we are going side by side into that turn. And Tomala does pit. Where will he come out? Will he still come out in front? Well, he wasn't gaining the moment Tomala went into the pit. Right? Oh, okay. Well, Tomala goes out. And it looks like a still very, very comfortable P1 for him. Way too much. 8 seconds still. And Jealous attacking Gavars is... Gavars behind indeed. Gavars behind indeed. Dorakash switches with Adstinj. And is now gunning for Philippe yet again. Philippe going over. Has to brake because that is a cut. Otherwise, we will watch Jealous as soon as he gets closer to Gavars. I'll have it in my mind. But at the moment, that overtake was important to see. At least for me right now. Durkash closing it off. Durkash Philippe. That is a closer battle now. Now Jealous is closing in. But still not happening. They are close, though. Oh, Durkash, almost a hit. Almost a hit. Still side by side. Switch back. Switch back! He hit him with the switcheroo! Both over the line. Well, let's go for him then. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what he can do. Let's go on a lap with Jealous Evangelos. 25 laps. Well, 24 laps are run. 25. This is the 25th. Frieza lost quite a considerable amount of time. I'm not sure if that was a touch with one of the Thunderbolts. Something happened. Frieza still P10. It looks like that. Frieza Adstinj. Thunderbolt goes into P8. The battle for P2 is on. Claudio Diana losing it. So far, it looks like the junior locomotives are doing double points. Double points. But there were a few people who said, was T1, I was okay. It wasn't a huge pile up, but there was a crash in the back. For P13? Very late breaking point. Thank you so much, Quasi. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Adstinch Pits. Frieza will go through there. Mativeri also. Philipp and Turkash. Side by side? No, not side by side. Must have been an error or something like that. Something must have happened. Schlep. Oh, there was the drive-through. From Adstinch. Unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Oh, side by side. Wesley versus Mitch. Wesley versus Mitch Fusco. Running side by side. Turn 2. And turn 3. Philippe off! Philippe off! Turkash goes through. Philippe loses P8. Loses P7. Goes into P8. Fusco has the nose in the front. Seems like that battle is maybe over. But you never know with Wesley. He might throw it in. Nope. He breaks normally. Throws it into Rauch. And we are very, very close. Last 2 laps are up now. You are watching the closest battle on the grid right now, with maybe Philippe closing in on Mike as well. There's Olteanu, laps down. So has to move over, not fight. Oh, Olteanu, very wide. Goes very wide, and Philippe goes through. What a move! Against the one and only Mike Vanderburgt. Philippe just goes for it. And there we go. Last lap for Oscar Tomala. And let's see how Gavaz is doing as well. Looks like a 1-2 for the Latvians. Philippe stays close to the apex. Does not give Mike a chance for a switch there. And into Wirth. And now for the last few battles here on the grid. Leaders on the final lap. Looking good. Would be the first win for Tomala as a reserve for Kudlis, who couldn't make it today. Let me see him. He has traffic. Let's hope the traffic just moves out. Let's hope he doesn't have to fight for it. Let's hope nothing happens here. Tomala. Edward, one last time, Edward. Gunning for Rind and Red Bull Mobile. Oh, and we have a hit. Oh, we have a huge hit between Lobkov and Bruschino. Holy shit, that was a kill. Schlep gets a drive-through for cutting. Last lap. That has to hurt. Tomala wins at Red Bull Ring in Austria. Gavaz, P2, GG, Jelos in P3 for Italcek. Contreras, P4, Statin. Over the line. What is happening here? Statin! 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 What is happening? What is happening? Statin! Why are you standing here? And Schlepp gets an absolute penalty. Fuck! Engine's broken. On the last lap? On the last lap? Fuck! Schlepp gets a hefty time. Two people sat on the racing line. I know who. Well, that's the question. Statin didn't finish. He drove 90%, true. What a race. What a race. Holy fuck.